What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a things I wish I knew before I started working out video. And basically this video is dedicated for people that are just starting to work out or have no idea where to start diet wise or workout wise. So let's get to it. Okay, so my first one is going to be eating whatever I want and working out. So when I started working out, I had no idea that we had to eat a certain way to get to the goals that you want. I thought I'm working out, I'm gonna eat whatever I want and I should lose weight by doing that just because I'm going to the gym, and that wasn't the case. I was basically seeing no results, and that got me kind of pissed off until I finally did my research. And I was like that for 3 years, but for 1 year I was biking to work, so I was doing a lot of cardio, and I was just really skinny, a cardio bunny. So I was just like that, but throughout the other years I was just looking bloated. If you guys understand what I'm talking about, if you think that you're gonna eat whatever you want and work out, you're not gonna see results that way. Okay guys, so for my number 2, it's gonna be all about supplements. I'm not saying that you could get gains with having supplements, or taking vitamins, I'm not informing you to doing that. So in the beginning, when I started working out, I was just taking pre-workout and protein powder. And I had no idea that there's cheap pre-workout out there, cheap protein powder, not good quality. And I just said, this is pre-workout, I'm gonna take it, it's gonna give me hyped up, give me the energy that I need. And then this protein powder is gonna, get me big, nice and strong and all that. Or it's gonna give me the nutrients that I need after the gym. But I was wrong. So one problem that I had with my pre-workout after a year of taking it, not constantly, but when I needed it, is that it would give me a crash. And usually for me, those crashes indicate that those pre-workouts are not good for me. So I hate when I take pre-workout or certain pre-workouts that give me that energy crash, and it just ruins my workout. And you just have to make sure, if you're gonna take supplements, to do your research and make sure you're getting good quality supplements. You don't want any cheap supplements, any cheap nothing. Also with protein powders, you want to make sure that there's no added things, stuff that you can't, stuff that you don't know what it is, you don't want stuff that you don't know coming into your body. But like I said, again, I'm not telling you to take supplements. I'm not promoting that you're gonna get fit taking supplements. This is just personally what I take. Okay, so for number 3 is gonna be excess cardio. So again, when I started working out, I thought that, I would see people on Instagram looking hecka fit, always constantly working out, and I would see a lot of people, doing cardio. So I was what? Let me do cardio. That's the only way I'm gonna lose weight and gain muscle. So it actually took me maybe 3 years and entering bikini prep to know that cardio isn't something that you need to get fit or to get the results that you want. During my prep, the beginning of my prep, I was only doing 2 sessions of cardio, versus when I first started, I was doing cardio every day for 30 minutes or 40 minutes or even an hour. I was not seeing those results that I wanted by doing cardio and cardio and cardio and cardio. I was actually losing my muscle. That's why I wish I knew these things before I started, because you come in to this mentality, all this stuff that you basically see on social media too, that has a lot of impact in a way that some people work out, So for number 4, it's gonna be all about form. When I was starting, I was into CrossFit type of workouts, so I would do my research and watch videos on how to properly squat, how to properly do a clean and jerk, how to do lifts in general. And for me, that was some research, and that's how I started to know and build my form up. I'm not saying that my form was 100% when I first started and it was perfect. No. I know, and to this day, sometimes I still have trouble with let's say my squats or my deadlifts, you know, like it just takes time to build your way up to the right form. And for me, like I recommend you guys to do your research when you're about to lift. You don't want to mess up anything that involves that muscle group or like any bones. So just make sure that you're, again, doing your research, and even watch videos and practice with like no weight at home. I always tell the people that I give advice to fitness wise is just to practice at home. Like that's how I started too. I just started practicing at home, and then from there I worked my way up to actually doing weights. And I didn't start heavy either. I started light to heavy. So just something to let you guys know about form as well is important. So for my number 5, it's gonna be don't give up. And the reason why I say don't give up is because there was times that I wasn't seeing results that I wanted. I was constantly looking at myself in the mirror, and I would see the same person every day, every day, every day. But the people around me would see the results. I'm not the one seeing them, but these other people are. So sometimes it's hard to accept the fact that you're actually you're actually getting to your goals, but you don't see them. It's just, you just don't want to give up. Just don't give up and don't lose that faith, and keep your head up, because only you are your only competition, and you're one out of like a billion. You want to come into this strong and finish strong too. That's the mentality that I had during my prep, and like just starting, you know, when I started working out too. Like I knew I had days where, you know what, I was mad at myself, or I felt like guilty because I ate, let's say, a cupcake or something. Like, you want to bounce back from days like that. Eating one thing, or the day before, or not going to the gym is not gonna hurt you. You want to listen to your body sometimes. And like for me, if I crave something, I have it, just to get that craving out of the way. You want to have that mentality of, you know what, like I said, I came in strong and I want to end strong. And you're not going to see results the next day. That's why you have to be consistent. You have to be consistent with the gym. You want to be consistent with your mentality. You want to be consistent with your diet. And it's going to be hard. It's not easy. But you know what? When you want something so bad, you'll put your sweat and tears into it. So for my number 6, it's gonna be don't be too strict on yourself. This goes out to people that are obviously not on prep, because when you're on prep, you have to follow certain diet or foods. So this just goes out to like people that are just wondering, you know, like, do I have to eat strict? That's the only way that I have to eat to get gains or to see results. And for me personally, I've done a clean diet and I've done a fun diet, and just me eating like on my own and me knowing what my body wants and needs. And from that experience, personally, I feel that you don't have to be too strict on yourself. One, because when I was strict on myself, it led me to binge eating. And what binge eating is basically, you know, I achieve my goals, I'm there where I want to be, but yet I see something that I haven't had, and then I eat it, you know, and then I see something else over here the next day, and then I eat it, you know, and that's basically what binge eating is. And like, you let yourself go, you know, and that's something that sometimes the mentality that some people have that are just starting is that you have to eat clean to see results. That's on your own opinion. If you want to eat clean, eat clean. You want to eat 90% clean, 10% dirty, go ahead. If you want to eat like fun foods, you know, clean and dirty, or a cookie here, a little slice of whatever over there, then go ahead. It's all just based on what your liking is. For my number 7, it's gonna be do your research, especially on diets. When you're on social media, you see people, let's say, doing keto, people doing if it fits your macros, people just eating, whatever, and people, doing like a fasted type of like diet. So I recommend you guys, if you guys like want to start a specific diet, just do your research before you do everything. Because sometimes people will get into a diet, and this is from personal experience because I've done different diets. I had the mentality of like, you know what, like I'm gonna eat clean, I'm gonna get the gains. And I was working at a school at the time, so my daily meals consisted of tilapia, mixed veggies, and rice. Like it was like 3 times a day, 3 times a day, 3 times a day, 3 times a day. And then like me just eating the same thing gave me a bad relationship with food. I remember there was one time when my grandma had made fish, beans, and rice. And she cooked it, in oil. And, like, I was like, you know what, like, that's gonna ruin my goals. That's, like, I'm gonna gain a lot of weight if I eat that, And, they're, like, my grandparents, my family's always like, come on, like, it won't hurt you. Like, come on. And I mean, they were right. Like there was times where, like, to this day, when I was on, let's say, on prep, on my last competition prep, I had ice cream, I had a cookies during prep, and I mean that didn't stop me from my goals. It's just a way of knowing how to control yourself, Like, yeah, I ate the cookie, okay, you don't want to let you eating a cookie or a piece of cake or whatever you want mess up your mind. Because that's happened to me many times until this day. Sometimes, like, I get the, like, oh my gosh, like, I already effed up. Like, there's all the stuff that I did, it's to the trash now. And that's something you don't want to do, It's not healthy to have that mentality. Because you're human. We're all human. We all want to enjoy food sometimes. So if you're going to do some type of diet, or if you're having trouble, like not knowing what to eat, just do your research before you commit to something, So for number 8 is gym equipment. So for me, what I mean by gym equipment is chalk for your fingers or palms, and like a belt, a weight belt, wrist wraps type of thing. I'm just letting you guys know that I'm not telling you to buy these things, but for instance, like a weight belt is very helpful to protect your spine and your back. Like I would recommend, if you're gonna do squats, if you're gonna do deadlifts, to buy one. A weight belt helps with back support. And it's just something extra, to protect. You want to purchase to help you out, especially when lifting, because you don't want to cause an injury. So for my number 9, it's going to be don't weigh yourself every day. So I used to weigh myself every day when I first started working out. And that messes up with your mind. Like, if you notice, like, some of the things that I've talked about earlier in this video, it's a lot of like mind stuff, like stuff with your mind. And by weighing yourself every day, that's gonna cause you to just want to give up. Okay, for example, let's say I weigh myself today, I weigh 145. Okay, I had a good leg day today, I've ate good today, I've been on track. And then let's say tomorrow or the next day, I wake up and I weigh myself. I weigh 148. That, like, just seeing that number and you constantly checking your number, that's gonna mess up with your mind. I just like taking photos, and I like just checking my weight at least once a week, or not even like at all. Like I'll check it like maybe twice a month, or if I'm really tracking, like I'll track it once a week. So I have a designated day where I check in with myself. So let's say that's gonna be Saturday. I take progress photos, I weigh myself, and I do my measurements. And that's it. And I don't do it anymore until next Saturday again. But right now, like that, I'm not like doing anything until maybe like next week when I start my cut, like my reverse diet and cut again. Like, I'm gonna be doing that to be accountable and keep myself on track, you know? But again, you don't want to be weighing yourself every day. Comparing the photo that, let's say, you took today versus the photo that you took last month, that'll show you like the results that you've had or things you know that you need to work on. And that's just something I like to do so it don't like mess my mind up with me having to check my weight every day. So that's why I don't do that anymore. I don't be checking my weight every day and none of that. And lastly, for my number 10 of things that I wish I knew is you want to make sure you're getting enough sleep. I would sleep so late. I would sleep maybe like around 11, 12, and I would wake up, you know, tired, unenergetic, you know, like sore. When you sleep, that's when your body's recovering. The more sleep, the better. I'm not perfect. Like, I'll have my days where I don't sleep early and I do sleep early, but that's just a goal of mine to, you know, try to sleep early and try to get more recovery for your body, especially on a day that you worked out like hard, you know, and you want to see your muscles grow. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below. I'm going to be starting a series soon on my journey, so hope you guys will enjoy that. And I'll catch you guys on my next video.